Hey there, Rustin here. It has been a while since I've done a proxy related stream. Yeah, I got a new tool here, which you can sort of see. Okay, no, if I move that, it moves everything. I got a new camera, and it's like kind of used for like working on like circuit boards or looking at coins, like very like microscopic stuff, but with a camera instead of just like microscope or like a magnifying glass. I think it'll be kind of handy to kind of show like how I go about actually like pulling the layer off of the card. Yeah, and you can kind of see I'm using my old mic tonight. My audio mixer and my computer are not wanting to cooperate. I'm looking into that. I need to figure out what the situation is with that. Yeah. Let me pop this open to my main monitor since I realized that when was it? Was it this one? Yeah, it was that one. I am not playing a game tonight, so I can just kind of like have this preview up on my other monitor here. Alright, let's slide this over nice and comfortable, and we will start delayering cards. Alright, so anyone who tunes into this and is wondering why am I doing this, I make proxies, which I don't have any available. Oh, like, okay. It's not a very conventional proxy, but here's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Force of Will crossover card that someone asked me to make. So what I do is that I take a card. This is very dusty. Take a card and I take the top layer of the card off, and then I print a new layer, and then I lay it on top of the proxy base, which is what we're making today. And yeah, it's kind of a tedious task. You can either take like sandpaper. I've seen some people say to do that. I've tried with sandpaper a bit. Some cards are better with sandpaper. What I prefer is to use an X-Acto knife and just kind of like peel the card layer off. And that's what we're gonna do tonight. Because I think it's a smoother process. Doesn't take as much time. You're more prone to failure with this method, but it's quicker. So you can like get more attempts out. Alright. Bear with me. I'm gonna try to adjust this. I like that. There we go, man. You can see all the dust that piles up on my cards. Oh. Alright. Let's see. Look at that. Right there. I'm gonna take my X-Acto knife and okay, I need to move the microphone. Alright, hopefully I don't go too quiet. Alright. I'm gonna take the X-Acto knife and we're just gonna motherfucker. Too close, so go. Alright. Good. I don't think I'm gonna bump it this time. We're gonna take the X-Acto knife and we're just gonna kinda like peel into this very top layer. We're trying to just take the art off. And we'll print a new layer and apply it to the card and then cut off the excess. Oh, you know what? It might be better from like closer up and then I can just refocus from there. Not a lot of light though. A little better. You don't need a microscope to do this. I'm just using this because I think it might be a better viewing experience. You kind of see like how I go about it. Because the alternative to this was using a magnifier held up to the camera. And that wasn't like the best method. There you go, that's a good pull. We can fix that later. shave that off a bit. Like it never happened. Those like minor mistakes when you like throw in the new layer, no one's gonna know. You will know, but no one's gonna know. Yeah. And you'll probably forget. You'll probably forget which ones actually have those mistakes. Alright, once I get like a decent like amount pooling, you can kind of like take your thumb and index finger and just kind of like very gently pull. At least for Force of Will cards. Force of Will cards are a little sturdier than some other cards. The card that I'm going to delayer after this is a little more flimsy, so we got to be very careful with this method. You can see like, you can see through the layer. That's how thin we're trying to go for. When we start to have this occur where it starts to split, you can either just like keep pulling and just like go in and clean it up, or you can take your X-Acto knife and just kind of like dig in a little bit. Hope I'm not too loud. I'm trying to compensate for the fact that the mic isn't like super close to me. Okay, just kind of dig in, get the ball rolling again. And we kind of have like this little edge starting to like give way to pretty normal. If I can fix it, or it might just come back and clean that part up. I think more light would be a whole lot nicer, because it goes so high. I could lower this actually. Not that one. Yeah. Oh, that's a little better, yeah. I've only like used this thing once, just to make sure that it worked. I've actually like tried to delayer a card with this. Oh, it's a little rough. Okay, we'll just come back and clean that up. Alright, let's continue along this edge over here. Not liking how that's looking. Okay, let's just keep peeling. And we'll just kind of go in and clean it up, yeah. I really hope the first one that we do tonight is a success and not a little fucky wucky. Let's see if we can just... Yeah, okay. Start again. I'm just trying to get like a little bit of a roll going. Yeah. So right here I'm like pinching the X-Acto knife up against my thumb. I should also mention this is kind of like a dull X-Acto knife. I've been using this like for months. So it does have an edge, so I do need to be careful not to like stab or cut myself, but it's not like razor sharp. It is still sharp though. Okay, that's pretty decent. I should be able to do a little peel here. I don't know how long the stream is going to go for. Just kind of wanted to like demonstrate, and then also like I do need to like get some proxy bases going because I do have some commissions that I'm working on. Surprisingly, not as many Force of Will commissions though. I actually have more commissions for a game that's essentially on life support. Like it's not dead, but new cards are not being made for it. But there is like an active community. It's a small community, but like community that does care about the game. And I like kind of like stumbled into it. I actually don't play the game that the commissions are for, which is kind of funny. Someone in the Force of Will community was just like, hey, would you make cards for this game too? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. And then enough people liked how those looked and reached out to me for their own. Oh yeah. Why the lighting looks kind of weird. Okay, reset. No, now it's just... Why does it look off? Well, my light's like dying or something? Realized how dull. Yeah, no, it's max brightness, huh? Well, it might be because I have like a screen like right in front of my face. I guess I'm usually like leaned back more. Nope. No, yeah, it's just dark. I don't know why it's so dark. Hey, look into my lighting situation. Audio mixer's dying. Lighting is looking funky. Man. Had some bad luck lately. That's not looking super clean. I think I might circle back to that. Let's go over to this side. We might start on another corner if this doesn't make any headway. It's definitely awkward trying to do this while trying to make sure it's in camera view. Yeah, we might just go to a corner. So let's restart at a corner. Maybe we'll have better luck. Looking good. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Ah, damn it. It's not a good peel though. It's a good start, but it wasn't a good peel. One definitely isn't a failure yet, but it's gonna take some TLC. It's very rough. Okay. Decent start going to the right at least. Or not right, the left. Right side's a bit, eh. Oh, that is very clean. By now I'd have to like fix it up with my X-Acto knife, but we are making it all the way across. Oh yeah. Oh shit, there's a rip. Absolutely jinxed myself. Super clean. I should have started at that corner. That was a good corner. Let's try digging in a little here. I don't want to go too deep. Might be easier to try to like wrap around. To go around here. Let's try to fix up this edge. See if we can pull it along with the rest of this. Let me crank the music down a little bit so there's not like an echo. Oh, was that deep? No, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Just looked a little deep because of how the light reflection was. Yeah, no, I think we're good. Yeah, we'll just. I wonder if I can just work my way around it. Oh, you know what? There's a little bit of a lip there. I might be able to come in like right there. I bend it on that light. I'm out. Oh yeah, it's so much easier. You need to clean up that. I might do the cleanup, like, I'll do a little cleanup on camera, but I think a majority of the cleanup, like, I'll show what I do to clean up a card, but I don't think I'll, like, spend as much time on camera cleaning up a card as I would. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Oh shit, I spoke too soon. Sorry, sorry tearing again. Man, yeah, this side is just not wanting to cooperate. Okay. A lot better. Light's not doing it any justice though. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Itch. Okay, let's pull a little more in the center. That might balance it out a bit. Very gently. Oh, perfect. Okay. Now we need to be careful around here. If you pull up too hard, it's gonna tear into this lower layer as you pull this up. So I might need to come in and like dig in a bit here, but we'll see how this goes. I might just go with this tear. I might just, yeah, let's just go with this tear. That's probably a little safer. Then I can just go in and like clean it up. Looks pretty decent on the preview. I might, here, let's hold it up closer, then. I know why the lighting looks so weird. I got two big ass, well, not big ass, I got two powerful little lights doing a underglow, and that's my camera's compensating by making everything else darker. That's what's going on with my light. Duh. I have to come back around to it. just get that. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. We can clean that part up. Let's just get a majority of that. We kind of tore into the lower layer a bit there. That's fine. We can pull this up a little. Oh, that's not bad. Wonder if the... Hello. If I turn off the filter... Actually, no, I probably shouldn't turn off the filter. I was gonna say, I could probably turn off the mic filter and maybe this is like ASMR, but I want to listen to my music, and if I turn off the filter, there's gonna be a loop, and yeah, I've had bad luck with audio loops already. I probably shouldn't chance it. I guess I could probably like throw some earbuds on, just listen to music that way. Alright. Not horrible. Needs a little cleanup. Not too bad. How's it going, Gunslinger Otaku? Not too bad. I'm starting easy with some Force of Will cards. Then the actual commission that I have going on is for Mega Man cards. And these things are thin as fuck. These are gonna be hard. It's almost as bad as like trying to do Magic the Gathering delayering. It's not as bad as like whenever I did the Yu-Gi-Oh card delayer, but they are very thin. How good is it for you, man? Hey, how's it going, bro? Been waking up at 7 AM, changed my breaks today. Got back from a game of Grand Archive. Yeah, dude, that's a long day, yeah. How'd the game go? Also, I should probably check on my breaks. Honestly, I don't use my breaks very often for my daily commute to work, but I mean, I could probably use some new breaks. I mean, like, as long as you can stop with them, you know, that's probably fine. I mean, you got them changed before winter came, so I'd say that's a win. My fear is that, my tires are just gonna like, I'm gonna have like 2 pop on me at once. That's like my biggest fear. Is that like, because I mean, like, I carry a spare, but like, I feel like it's just gonna happen where like I didn't pay enough attention to my tires, and like 2 are just gonna pop on me at once, you know. But I mean, like, I looked at my tires like last week, and I was like, they look good. They look good. I don't see any threads or anything peeking through. No. The thing is that it's happened before. Like, it has happened to me before, where like I'm going to like go like hang out with some friends or something, and my fucking tires just like both of them blow on me. Luckily, it was on a Saturday, and I just like messaged my aunt, and I was like, hey, listen, you know how I told you like me and my friends were gonna go to the medieval fair and stuff, and I was gonna be the one to drive and stuff? My car just like said no, not today. And she was very nice and was like, I don't have anything going on, I can lend you my car. She's always weird. I always have this weird thing about driving other people's car, because like I always drive a car that's, you know, I never drive a new car. Like I've never owned a new car. Only ever had like used cars. So like it's just, it doesn't feel right. It feels too nice. This feels way too nice. But I never feel comfortable driving someone else's car. A bummer of that was, while we did end up going to the medieval fair, I was not able to like really buy anything like super cool or anything. It was very much like, alright, I got some food, I got a little souvenir, the rest of the money I would have spent is going to new tires. I guess like a positive is that like it happened whenever I did have the money. Like if it had happened like after we got done at the medieval fair, I probably, my heart probably would have sank. Of like, man, I gotta wait till payday. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't think I could ever see myself renting a car. Like if I ever travel somewhere, Uber. I would much rather just Uber rather than having a rental. Oh yeah. Like the only conventions in my area are like a 2-hour drive away usually. Like there's never anything like super local. So like while I could drive to it, it's a fucking 2-hour drive to get to one of them. And it's gonna be a small convention. It's never like, it's like an event center, you know, just not even like a big one. Oh yeah. Man, you want to talk about stuff going out like a shitty time? Fucking audio mixer. either my audio mixer or something on my computer is acting up, and they're just not wanting to work together. So I can't use my nice new mic. I have to use, like, I love my Blue Yeti, very reliable. Is what's what I'm looking for? Like old reliable. Yeah, old reliable. Old reliable, but I have a nice new mic that I can't use right now. I mean, I guess I can use it. I have like another audio mixer, but it's like super cheap. Like a $40 audio mixer that I got just to like test out the XLR connection and stuff. But it doesn't have all the bells and whistles that I like. Luckily, the major like streaming plans I have start in October, so I mean, I have time to like find a new audio mixer or figure out what's wrong with my computer. I'm really hoping I don't need to like get like a new motherboard or like a new CPU or something. That's kind of the vibe I have right now, is I feel like one of those two is going out on me. So October, I'm planning to, you know, do like some horror gaming every week. And yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'll go and say it. If everything goes right, I'm going to try for a 24-hour stream, and I will leave it at that. As the most information is I'm going to try for a 24-hour stream. I don't want to say too much, because I might end up jinxing myself, but I have put in some request off days, burning some vacation time for something that I want to do. I'm not gonna say too much because given my luck, I'm gonna end up jinxing something. Alright, just gonna go through and clean this up a little bit. Then we'll move on to one of the harder ones. Like, it's something that I've been like planning since, fuck, I want to say like last year. I just did not have a I didn't have like a full-on plan for it yet. The main thing is that I wanted to finish the content creator nightmare skit that I've been working on for a while. I mentioned it for October. Maybe I'll finish Resident Evil 0. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like October is like the perfect time to be like, all these horror games that I've been holding off on, let's just go for it. Tis the season, is my feeling with it. Like, I'm planning to play Phasmophobia as one of the Friday streams. I think I tried playing Phasmophobia like once or twice whenever I got a gaming PC, and then I just like never touched it. I kind of want to like give like a proper attempt. I feel like it would be scarier in VR, but yeah. That's kind of another goal of mine, is to eventually get into some VR gaming as well. I kind of told myself, like, once I get a 2 PC setup, then I'll probably start looking into investing money into it. Because my thing with like VR is that I know whenever I start getting into it, that's where like all my time and money is going to go into. It's just VR gaming. Just because I've never once played in VR. Like I've held myself back. So rough. Get the little line of crack going. Ancient Dungeon VR is one of my favorites. It's so good. One of those if you have to get that or VT. Oh, into fly. Okay. I mean, like, I kind of want to try to like do my initial gaming on stream, like at the very start, just like, okay, I got my VR stuff set up. I got everything set up, like literally just like stream my first experience and just see like how bad it is. And yeah, but I feel like once I get used to it, I'm just not gonna ever want to get out. Just like fully just get myself immersed in it. Like, for like a lot of things, like especially whenever it comes to like gaming and stuff, ever since I like started streaming, it's been like, oh, I'd like to check that out, but I would like to capture my reaction to it. Because I feel like genuine reactions are like, I don't know, I just value it a lot. Like the you know, like the Lethal Company like experiences that I've had for like the first time, like I feel like it just would not be as impactful if it was like something I did off camera and then did on camera. That's why like with Lethal Company lately, I've only been like really like wanting to hop into it when there's a new update to like see something new, and I very much avoid finding out what it is and how it works until I'm like there in the game. And that was the same thing with like Peak. Like I didn't touch Peak until I was actually like, you know, streaming it. And I like avoided like watching too much about Peak. I just heard that Peak was good, and then I was just like, okay, well, I'm interested. It sounds like an interesting concept, climbing together, especially after I had just done getting over it. So I was like, sure, let's do some more climbing. Nah, this one's all kinds of it's not bad. It's just that it's not gonna be good for top layer as it is. But it's probably gonna take me like 10-15 minutes to actually get that smoothed out. Yeah. Yeah. It's not bad. I mean, all honesty, on camera, you probably, I mean, you can kind of tell where there's some imperfections. I mean, like the edges are good. It's just that I would want to clean up the okay, that edge could use a little work. I mean, like I just want to clean up the center more, make sure that the top layer lays flat. Not bad though. I'll set that aside so it doesn't go into the good pile, so we can clean it up off stream. All right, on to the actual difficult one. Going crack open in October because I'm gonna need some luck. Cheers. Didn't miss it. Okay. Alright, Mega Man trading card game. Yeah. We got a couple commissions. One of them kind of fell through. The guy just stopped messaging me. I've had 2 more people reach out on wanting some Mega Man TCG cards. Well, that's good to hear. I wanted it to be impactful. Alright, let's what's that come from? What looks like a good corner to me? That might be a good starting corner. A good feeling. Oh, that's the back that has like a little bit of lip. Let me start with this corner. Or if I could ever find Mega Man 64. That corner. But with the delay, that really helps narrow it down, yeah. Yeah, these Mega Man cards, one, they're super old, one thing, and then 2, they're like, I'd say in between Magic the Gathering and Digimon cards as far as delayering goes in difficulty, but they like lean more towards Magic because they're like super thin. I want to get the top layer. I would not be surprised if I make a mistake here, and this is just like a dud card. Not bad. Not bad. As I'm actually like tearing into this under the microscope, a lot more fibers in this card than I thought. Maybe that's why it's so hard to peel, is that they're like very interwoven. Whereas like with Force of Will, there's like very distinct layers on the cardstock. Now that explains why it takes so long for me to, I've done a few Mega Man proxies, and I see why it takes me so long to actually clean up the card. All those little fibers, yeah. Okay, visually, this is very nice on a microscope. Given like how long I've been doing stuff like this, seeing it on a microscope is actually pretty, yeah, pretty good. Pretty nice. Go. Decent pull, decent feel. I don't think I'm gonna be able to connect those. Yeah, I think we're good. Go. Ooh, actually I might have. Okay. Let's kind of like try to circle around. Might be able to smooth that out. I went a little into the layer below there, but I might be able to save it. The rest of the card has been fantastic. Kind of ripping along here. Let's see if we can kind of clean it up a bit. Why do I stream? I mean, like, I don't know, it's just kind of something that I always wanted to do. Like, whenever I, like, it's something that I always wanted to do, but I never could. Because, one, I didn't have the money for, like, a PC to, like, actually be capable of streaming. Two, internet in my area was hot shit. Unless, not even hot shit, it was like just the worst shit. I mean, like, hot shit you could almost argue is like good, but like it was garbage. Like, just to upload a video that was like 30 minutes back in the day for me would take like 4 or 5 hours. And like, in order to get like good internet, it was so fucking expensive. So it was like, if I wanted to do that, all my like part-time job money would be like going to like good, like better internet, and then I wouldn't have the money to like invest in like a PC to actually stream or like record stuff. So like, originally I was just like recording like gameplay videos and stuff, and yeah, I mean, like, just with the upload speed, it was a struggle, and then like, you know, things in life happen and stuff, and that gets put on the back burner. And then like, with whenever like the COVID happened, and I was like, home and stuff, just like working from home. I had like a bunch of free time and stuff. I was like, you know what? One, getting D&D going, so there's one thing, and then two, I have a YouTube channel that I have neglected for years. I would like to start making content again because I had a lot of fun doing that. I just didn't have the time for it. And eventually Fiverr rolled in, and it was like, oh, I've been making YouTube content. I'm almost to 250 subscribers. It'd be fun. Now that I can actually stream because I have good internet, let's do a little celebration stream. And then I had fun doing that, and I was like, you know what? Let's keep this going. I've always wanted to stream. I just didn't have the capability to do it. And then yeah, after that I was just like, let's try to stream every single Friday if I can. I mean, like, ideally I'd like to stream more often, but like I do have work to keep up with. I have a personal life to keep up with. And then I also have I have projects. I mean, like the fucking content creator skits, content creator nightmare skit took way longer than it should have. I'm not blaming streaming on that. Realistically, the YouTube shorts that I was doing all of last year, that actually pushed it back quite a bit, because I'd actually gotten a majority of that stuff recorded before the end of the year, and I tried to like edit it and all that, but like just doing the YouTube shorts was like so draining to me. But like streaming has always been like the most work that I've had to put into it. I mean, like, obviously, like, there's more that goes into it, but like the most prep that you have to do is like find out what you want to stream. Is it going to be a multiplayer game? Will you have anyone that can join you for it? Or will you just have to like stream alone? Making a thumbnail. And I mean, like, that's like the most you have to do. You don't have to like worry about like editing a video or something like that. And if you're doing it live, sometimes people join you for it, and then it's like, oh, it's like you're playing a game. And it's similar to like how some people like, invite friends over, and you'll just be like on the couch just playing like whatever game, and they're just, they're chilling with you, probably on their phones, probably like, backseating or saying, hey, there's this, secret over here or something, or don't miss this in this game, Like Subnautica was like a very good example of that, of like, I just booted up Subnautica and I was like, I've never played this, I never watched anyone play it, I just knew that I wanted to play it, and I got through it pretty smoothly because there's like backseating without spoilers, which was nice. I got to like experience the game in a very like reasonable pace, and I think it was probably like super enjoyable because I did have like guides. I had people like on stream like kind of like showing me around, because they enjoy the game so much that they were like, oh, I want to like live vicariously through someone else playing this game for the first time. So like moments like that are just great. And then I kind of just like, I mean, like this right here, like I kind of just like showing off like my hobbies and stuff, because I feel like there's a level of appreciation of like the proxy making process videos. Those constantly get views. They don't get like a substantial amount of views, but I do see them getting views and getting likes and like occasional subscribers, and there's just like a level of like enjoyment from it, of like, oh, this thing that I put out there, someone had fun watching it, or someone learned something from it, or someone put time of their day into watching something I made. And with streaming, it's like someone is here I'm probably second monitor, and they're just, they have me in the background. There's like, just a background noise or just like something to watch while they're doing their own gaming, or maybe they're like working on something themselves. And there's a level of like you're not alone in your room. You have someone there, even if it's not like actually there, and I just kind of appreciate that. Like, I'll do that too. I'll have like a streamer on, or I'll have like a VOD on, or some kind of video. This is like background noise as I'm working on something. So like, to do something that I appreciate, and for it to occasionally get, someone else probably appreciating it too, that's just nice to me. I know it was like a very long-winded answer, but I feel like it's more complicated than that. But I feel like that's probably like a very base answer. Because obviously I'm not making money off of this. Like, I have not hit the subscriber count to even like hit monetization. But I'm still doing it, despite like the most I grew was during the YouTube shorts for pack openings. But at the halfway point, I wanted to blow my brains out, because I was like, why did I decide to do this challenge? But like, yeah, this whole year it's been like, I'd have to like look it up, but it's not a substantial growth compared to last year. I might hit 500 subscribers, I might not. We will see. But I mean, it's fun. It's a fun hobby. It also gives me an excuse to game. It's a very easy excuse to game, because I feel like I'm being productive playing a video game. I might seem like fairly like uninteresting at times, as self-deprecating as it is to say, but I do like the idea of like providing some entertainment to someone. I told my friend, like, even if for like a few seconds, a moment of a person's day, if I can like pull their interest for a little bit and like maybe even entertain them for a little bit, I would say that's a win. As toxic as it is, I do look at my YouTube analytics multiple times a day, and whenever I see that like every hour there's at least 1 or 2 views, maybe even something crazy like 30 views in an hour, I'm like, hell yeah. I'm counting that as a win. Whatever YouTube algorithm or someone who's subscribed to me is going and looking at videos, hey, I'm entertaining for a bit. Oh yeah, no, that's completely fair. Yeah, shorts. That's why I'll never get on TikTok. I feel like it's a rabbit hole. My thing with YouTube Shorts is I never click on the Shorts tab. I'll only ever like open a short if it's like on the main page, or if it's someone I'm subscribed to. Because I want to treat it like a YouTube video that just happens to be vertical. Like, I never want to go down the Shorts rabbit hole of just doom scrolling. But that's the meta. YouTube Shorts is the meta. Yeah, quick answer. It's fun. It gives me something to do. I feel productive. very dark answer is that whenever I die, if it's like super fucking soon, like out of nowhere, like an accident happens or something, friends and family can hop on a video and hear my voice or something. As dark as that is also a reason why I make content, is that I'm leaving a fingerprint, or I'm carving out a little pocket of history for myself. I've thought about making some D&D content. It's just, I don't think I'd be able to convey a story as well. Especially like whenever I was thinking about making D&D content, we were already like 12 campaigns in, not 12 campaigns, 12 sessions in to the campaign. And I was just like, how am I gonna recap this in a reasonable amount of time without just like butchering the experience? And then I was like, well, if we do like a D&D podcast or something, and then my group of friends just like, it just never like came to fruition. We did do a dummy like 30-minute recording, and I turned to the guys and I was like, you guys can't keep your hands like calm for like 5 seconds, because there's just like tapping, there's there's people like just tapping stuff against the tables and like making so much noise, and I was like, alright, so that's something we're gonna need to work on. Number 2, we need to make sure we don't talk over each other, or everyone needs to buy a mic, and we will work on the audio mixing. Yeah, that's, I mean, like, that's also something of like, in a will, you could like leave like in a will like, hey, this was my alias, if you want to like go and like check out my writings or something. Dude, it was so bad. I was like, I never realized it during a D&D session, because I was DMing, so I was talking to like players like back and forth multiple times. So anyone that I was not talking to was just, I just zoned them out. Yeah. So I was like, oh, we couldn't even do streams. We could not stream our D&D sessions because someone would just be tapping the table or rolling their dice or like something to like I'm not gonna call it ADHD, but like, I get it. If you're not like immediately doing something in D&D, you're just sitting there, and if you're not like super engaged in what all the other players are doing, your interest is just not there. I understand it. That's why, like, as you know, as much as it's understandable to like want to split the party, like go off and do different things, it's so much better to just be like, you guys are moving as a group. I hate that limitation of like, you have to move as a group. I love the idea of you can go off and do your own thing. Just, you know, that's your party that you have to talk with that about, or you have to go against your party's wishes. So we started over Discord because it was during COVID. And then we gradually moved to in person. And I could not go back to Discord. We would have to do webcams if we were to do it again over Discord. And I mean, we're not even doing I'm not even DMing right now. But if I was to do it again, and we did over Discord, it would have to be with webcams. We talked over each other so much over Discord. Yeah, splitting. We split the party multiple times. There's been players that went off and did their own thing. Like, I always allowed it because it just made sense story-wise. Of like, this one character has like a potion of water breathing. They have to go underneath water, like cavern or what, water entrance, whatever. It just made sense of like, yeah, you're the only person who can like realistically go in there. That's completely fair. I also found out that I am not a good player. I'm a decent DM. I am not a good player. I mean, like, you're not gonna stop people from talking over each other, but you're going to tell whenever someone is wanting to speak up. Because you'll have like people like probably like looking down like at their character sheet or realistically on their phone, and then like someone who is actually wanting to like speak up will probably be facing the camera or have their like face up to the mic. Like, and you can get cheap webcams. Like, you can spend like $15 just to get like a basic webcam. I think it's partial DMing style, and then I also like the freedom of D&D, and that doesn't always work for some DMs. Granted, we were doing like one-shots when they were DMing. I don't know how it would be in a full campaign, if I'd be a good player in a full campaign, but I very much, I don't know, I try to like, I've had times that I thought I was a good player. I have had times that I thought I was a good player, but depending on the character, I think I try to like treat it as the other characters have to like kind of like, I have to like warm up to them. I don't think that always works. Yeah. No, but like realistically, I was like, I feel like I'm causing conflict as a player. And maybe that's why I was a better DM, is that as the DM, you do cause the conflict. Whereas like as players, you try to like fix any conflicts. So maybe I was like playing a character as I would at like a DM PC or something. I don't know. Yeah. Like a proctored exam. Oh yeah, no, webcams like during COVID were like, they had good luck with that. Finding it, I feel like a lot of like bullshit dirt cheap webcams also hit the market too at that time. But they were like selling them at like webcam prices that were actually like decent quality, but obviously they weren't. But now, I mean, like, you can get like a decent webcam for a decent price. And I mean, like, if you want to be the charitable guy, you could be like, hey, what's your mailing address? I'm gonna gift you a webcam or something. But realistically, if you all have jobs, $15, $20, maybe $30 on a webcam, I think it's a good investment. It's also nice to just see each other's faces as you interact. That's something that's very nice about playing D&D in person, is that you do get to like very easily converse and hang out, and if you need to like whisper something to another player or something. Yeah. There was definitely a lot of table talk whenever we played in person, which I was fine with. You're just having fun. Granted, like, something that kind of like stopped me from wanting to DM, well, there's a few things. One was I really wanted to like pursue YouTube content creation because I was just having a lot of fun with that. Like, I was like, anything that I make for the YouTube channel, it is there. Anyone can see it. It cannot be skipped if you like desperately wanted to see it or something. Whereas like with D&D, I was spending like hours working on stuff. I'd like work on like maps and stuff for like a specific dungeon or area. And then my players would just like circumvent it. And it's like, well, I guess I can reuse this later, but I need to figure out when is a good time to reuse this. Or I'll like make a full-on plot point for like a town or city, and it's just like, alright, no one engaged in that. Fuck me. I stayed up until like 5 AM working on specifically that. Alright, for the next 2 or 3 hours I need to bullshit something as they like go to like a different place. Because I was doing an open world campaign, which I think is like the most fun you can have with D&D. Like if you are just doing D&D as a hobby, as a DM, that's like the best way to go, just to give your players like as much freedom as possible. But like, as I was working on stuff and players were just not going to it, I was just like, man, railroading sounds amazing at times like this. Yeah, I mean, like, I think someone said that, like, for every hour that a play session is, a DM has put, like, 2 or 3 hours into that hour. And I mean, like, I had good players. Like, my players were great. They, like, a lot of them were, like, theater or, like, band kids. So they, like, enjoyed the performance of D&D. Like doing like acting and stuff, or like, you know, like yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's like doing acting. I was like, no one ever brought like a musical instrument, did they? And I was like, well, no, one player did bring a trumpet for a one shot. I was like, okay, right, yeah, we did have a trumpet player. But I mean, like, just the group was good. I had fun DMing, but it hit a point to where it was super draining, and I was just like, I want to pursue content creation on YouTube as a hobby, because I just kind of enjoyed it a bit more. Oh yeah, no, I had a lot of fun making maps in dungeons and stuff like that. I wonder if I can... I try to pull up Roll20. If I still have stuff. I'd imagine... Imagine my maps are still there. Uh-oh. I might not remember my password. Oh no, there it is. Okay, cool. We are. Alright. A restore game? Well, might not be able to actually. Oh, cool. Okay. Alright, let's see. What map was this? Oh, this is a pre-made map. Yeah, this was like the last thing that we did. We were like on a cruise ship, basically. They're like all in the like rooms and stuff. There's this is like something that was this was like one of the like final straws of like, fuck you guys. I was kind of hoping you'd be like in the city a bit longer because I had like a whole like storyline planned out and stuff, and like I had like maps and stuff made, and I was just like, fuck. Okay, we are on the ship already, cool. I was just like, I am not able to keep up with this. How do I go and view other maps? Oh yeah, this was really cute. One of the players, their wife made like a landing page. I know it's like facing like a weird way, but like the way that the TV was at the table, it just filled it up a lot better. Yeah. It was very cute. Let's an art display tab. Like when they like go into like a city or like a town or something, I'd have like a visual representation. Oh, the ship one? No. Let me hop in something that I actually made. Let's see. This was a one shot that was still like relevant to the story. Like there was still, I'll move this. There's like still like it was still like a canon thing that was like tying in to where the players actually were at the time before they like skipped ahead, because like this took place in the city that they were like in. Like this was like the first one shot that we did where we like invited a bunch of like guest players and stuff, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun with this. They actually skipped this entire room. They found a treasure chest that had a bunch of gold, and if they had gone into this room right here, they would have found out that it was actually copper getting like shifted into gold, like fake gold. What program did you use to have like... So I use Roll20. It's a free program. You can get a subscription, which will let you do stuff like Fog of War, which was really cool. So like depending on where players were looking, you could also like do like a cone. You actually like have like a cone of like vision and stuff to see if a player could actually see around a corner, which was really cool. But the Fog of War was like probably my favorite thing of like, just like as you explore a map, it like gradually, you know, opens up. But I typically did the visual like radius, and that was super handy because like as players would like explore a dungeon. Let me actually pop up like a bigger dungeon. Let's see. Where's my big dungeon? The archive? Oh, here we go. Swamp Ruins Dungeon and Swamp Ruins Boss. There we go. That's the one. This might take a little bit to load, hopefully. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash or something. Yeah, Foundry is really cool. I just did not have it in me to learn Foundry because I had already been using Roll20 so much. But I knew that Foundry was going to be like the big thing. Because I even like dropped the money on it. I dropped the money on Foundry. I was like, let's learn Foundry. And it was just like, oh, there it goes. Okay. Let me zoom out on this. It's very slow. Yeah, no, it felt like the Android of map making. Whereas like Roll20 felt more like an iPhone of like, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty user friendly. So yeah, this was like my first like big dungeon, like proper like huge, you're gonna be here for a few sessions dungeon. So yeah. Players came in like right here. That slime I don't think was actually, no, the players came in here. Yeah. Players came in here. And then they like gradually explored around. There's like traps everywhere. There's a kind of a mirror. Not really like a puzzle, but like a false mirror that led into like here. It had like a bunch of loot and stuff. I was basically like getting my players like kind of like souped up as far as like resources go and stuff. As long as they're like mindful of things, you know. I also had the deck of many things make an appearance here, which was fun. That we didn't have we didn't have a campaign ending card get pulled from that, and all the times that we've done it. I actually have some video recordings of them like making pulls and stuff. And I've thought about like uploading them to YouTube, but like I don't know like how good it would be to like upload something that is not continuing. Yeah, I was happy with this. There's a lot going on. This was like a this was like a kind of like a cave area, and there was like stalagmites and stalactites, and they had that how do I zoom in again? Is it control? Yeah. We had those enemies that they look like stalagmites when they don't move, or stalactites. So it was like fucking pit, and just it was super dark. It was a fun time. I had the light. If they had a light magic stone, they could actually pierce through the darkness that these monsters would actually make. Because like that was the whole thing. It was a Force of Will inspired D&D campaign. And I had like everyone like had magic stones. They were getting regalia over time. Yeah. This right here was like a rough draft of how I was making the boss room. And then I was like, no, let's go a little more ham on it. Oh yeah, this was like a snake area that they got into, and like there's this water pit, and there's some stuff that they didn't super get around to. This was the little water like cavern that one of the players went through. And then they got into this room over here. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, no, I had a fun time with it, yeah. Oh shit, is it loading? Okay, now it's loading. Okay, cool. Yeah, it was set in like it was set in auto rock deal. I'll just leave out that. I don't need to make it complex, yeah. So here they were fighting a black dragon. It was I think I made like either an adult or an ancient dragon that was like weakened because it was like recovering. It was like partially like not like zombified, but it was like very much like dead, coming back to life basically. And there's like some, I think these are, what were these? I can't remember what these were. Oh, vine blights. Yeah, I have vine blights, and there's like, underneath these rocks were like pillars of vines, and players like gradually like cause cave-ins onto the vines to like break them and stuff to like stop the mobs from spawning. There was this like little acid fountain that would occasionally spray out, and they like realized like, oh, if you break these crystals, it stops the acid. I had 6 players. Yeah, I had 6 players right there. So we got Force of Will artwork. A player had actually, I think they had one of their employees actually draw them artwork, or they had drawn their own artwork. And then found online. And I think if I go to a later map, let's go for this one. I think you actually see where a player had gotten some artwork commissioned. Yeah, one of the players actually got an artwork commissioned, which was pretty cute. He like got himself like drawn with his regalia and like made the character look a little more like he'd actually intended. This was a pocket dimension that the players had like kill a evil wizard in. It was kind of neat. What does it say? This was it was like summertime in the world, but it was like close to Halloween time. So I ended up making a watermelon patch, but like with like Halloween vibes. So these are basically like the pumpkins. I just reskinned them to look like watermelon. And yeah, that was a fun one, yeah. I mean, like, I think more than 4 over just Discord without webcams would probably be kind of hard. But in person, I think 6 was probably like the max I could do, because like the moment you like added a 7th, there would not be room at the table. Like, we were already pretty tight with 6 players, but like everyone was like, they were working together really well. And yeah, like it was such a good campaign that I don't see myself ever DMing again for at least another decade or so. Like, it felt like that was my D&D experience. I'm completely fine with calling it there. Maybe down the road we continue the campaign, but like I was like, I just want to like pursue YouTube content creation because I'm having a lot of fun with that. Anything that I make will be seen by at least someone. Whereas like stuff in D&D, I was making stuff and I was like, I'm happy my friends are enjoying it. I want to make stuff that other people can see as well. My friends didn't really like want to go in on the whole like YouTube stuff with D&D. Some of them did, but none of them wanted to like put the effort into it, because like they talked a lot about like, oh, we should do a podcast. We should stream our sessions and stuff. And I was like, all right, who is going to edit the podcast? Who is going to decide who is on the podcast at a given time? Will whoever is on the podcast not fidget around on the table? If we stream, who is going to have the internet strong enough to have a stable connection? Will we be entertaining enough to stream? Will we filter ourselves not to say anything that might get us in hot water, because hey, we're not just among friends at that point, we're streaming online. some of you have jobs where that could go bad if you say something bad and it gets recorded. So it was like, it was a fun idea, but the practicality of it was just, it wasn't in the cards. I mean, I even like, there was times where I was like, hey guys, you want to play Lethal Company, or you want to play X game? Do you want to like do something online with me? And it was just like, you know, crickets. So I was like, okay, yeah, if it's not D&D related, probably not gonna happen. So I was just like, I'll let them, you know, continue their D&D stuff, because like it got to a point where like enough players had like done DMing to where others had like campaign ideas, and I was like, okay, things are lining up to where like I'm getting a little burned out as a DM. I want to pursue other hobbies and stuff. Someone else is able to DM at this point. I'm gonna take a little break. And I told him like, hey, I'm gonna take a little hiatus. Such and such can DM. I might come back. Just no guarantees, but for now, you guys can just kind of like do this campaign. And yeah, never went back. I still hang out with them like maybe once or twice a year, give or take. We weren't like the closest of friends. We all worked together and we all like got along, but it wasn't in the sense of like, oh, I hang out with those guys outside of D&D. It was very much like we worked together for years and we all didn't hate each other, which says something as far as working friends go. I mean, like, yeah. For more context, in a Force of Will skit that I made, the two people in that skit were two of my players. Great guys, like I said. It's just that, like, as far as like hanging out goes, I feel like there is like a level of like, I am very introverted. I do kind of like go a bit loner. I do have more comfort in, you know, just being at home and stuff. But like, there was like very obvious things of like, I don't drink, I don't go to bars, I don't actively like go out and do, you know, stuff. I don't go to like parties or anything. So I could like gradually tell that like we were only like hanging out because we all played D&D together. And like over time I was like, okay, was definitely more like really good work friends, really good D&D friends. They played Force of Will with me. That was fun. Like we did stuff outside D&D, but it was very much like D&D came first. And I was just like, I don't know how much I'm going to pursue hanging out with them as much, you know? It's funky. Like I have no bad blood with them. They're great guys. I just did not, I think another part of me was like, if I do hang out, there might be a level of like, hey, when do you think you might start DMing again? And I think that might have also like, kind of like held me back from trying to pursue that. Yeah. I also like, I already had like a best friend that, you know, if I want to hang out with someone, I would probably just want to hang out with him instead. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright. I got a bunch of other maps, but I'm dedicating the stream to making proxy bases. Time to get off my soapbox. How do you sign out? Oh, there you go. Exit game. And like look behind the monitor. Oh shit. Well, that doesn't look good. There we go. Okay. I mean, like, I don't think they would have pressured me into it, but like, I think subconsciously that would be in the back of my mind. Like we hung out and stuff, and like I said, like there's like potential that we'll hang out again. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like at this point, if they did bring it up to me, I would probably tell them like I'm having more fun doing YouTube stuff. That I would probably maybe do it as like a stream, do like an occasional stream, and maybe like do it like that over Discord or something. But like even then, it's like it's been over a year. It's been like maybe 2 or 3 years actually. Because I know we went for, actually I could probably pull up the last time that I did the D&D campaign. Because I was posting in my personal Discord. Let's see, planned sessions. Let's see, we did 85 D&D sessions where I was the DM. Granted, we didn't play D&D like every single week. We did have like days off, and then we also had like some one-shots. Like if there was like a certain number of players that could not be there, or if I felt like it was a big enough moment that I would not feel comfortable with a character potentially dying when they're not there, I was like, let's just hold back. If you guys want to hang out, we can do board games or something, or everyone else can just take the day off and we'll go for another week. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, last one was February 25th. No, wait. No, February 27th of 2023. In-game days, like players, like player characters, they were a party together for 88 days. I was actually tracking like how many days the party had like worked together. I was also tracking the dates, like the in-world dates. Yeah, because that was going to be important. Never got around to it actually popping up that was going to be important, but it was being tracked. Good times, good times. If I could go back, I would definitely do it again. I would probably do things like slightly different. That I might not have gotten burned out as quickly, but I had fun. It was a good time. It was the first time I could actually say that, like, yes, I DM'd for a campaign that did not last only like 5 or 6 sessions. Because before that, I had like fucking like, oh yeah, we're gonna play D&D like every week, and then like people just gradually lost interest, and I was like, all right, happy I didn't commit as much time to this as I could have. And then that happened with the actual group that I played with for so long, and I was just like, okay, this is proper D&D. I feel good about this. I feel accomplished. I didn't complete the campaign, but man, we went for a while. And I feel like if I never had the drive to make YouTube content and stuff, I probably would still be doing it. I don't know, I just like the idea of like stuff that I make, people having eyes on it. Like the Force of Will story with Mariabella, that started as a D&D thing, and then I just turned it into like a full-on video. Like it like originally it was just an audio recording that I just wanted to like have a very clean story with voice acting. Obviously, I mean voice impressions. I'm not gonna call it voice acting, but I wanted to like deliver a backstory to a character without stumbling over words, and then, or like my voice getting tired. And I was just like, okay, we're just gonna do an audio recording here. And then I liked the audio recording enough because the players liked the audio recording enough that I turned it into a video. So, yeah. Good times, good times. I'm happy I never turned into a dice goblin. I had a lot of dice, but we had a player who had a fucking problem. They would buy dice every single week that we did D&D. It wasn't always like a new set of dice, but it was like they were going to the game store every single week before the D&D session. It turned into a problem. It was a legitimate problem. We were never short on dice though. Like if someone was missing dice, man, we got you covered. Yeah, for me, my go-to was it was buying card sleeves or buying like a playmat tube was like my go-to. And like when they started doing like BCW boxes, I was like, well, I can get a better deal by buying it online because I had been doing that, but then I was like, this will get used at some point. I was like, if I'll buy something that will get used at some point. Every time I went into one, I was like, I need to buy at least something so they keep the lights on. This one's peeling like nothing. Oh, did I make this too thick? I might have made it too thick. Hold up. Ooh. Yeah, that might be a little thin. Shit. Alright, the one I just did, that is it. That's oh yeah, wanna go. Yeah, that's a bit of a difference. Okay, I mean, it's a clean tear. It's just super thin. I'll put that in the maybe pile. I get desperate. It's like, man, this is tearing great. I was like, wait, that's super thick. I'm tearing off. Oh no. Oh, you know what? So, yeah. Been going for 2 hours and we got 2 successful proxies. I will say the Force of Will one was that was pretty rough as far as my proxy bases go. Usually I can knock that out in like 30 minutes or so. I don't know if it's just because I'm like a little rusty, but Mega Man ones are surprisingly like nicer to me today. I wonder if it's because I'm like looking under a microscope and I'm being more mindful of how I'm like healing the layer. It's like half the time, I don't think I have an example here. Half the time I end up like tearing it in like a very awkward way. Oh, I think these are the bad ones, yeah. Like that right there. Like going to like multiple layers down. Yeah, I'm not rusty. I'm just in a constant state of rusting. Yeah, I use that joke a lot of like, oh yeah, no, I'm a little rusty. Yeah, I use that a lot. I didn't use that as much when I was younger, but like as I got older, I was like, you know what? Let's just fucking lean into it. If I lean into it, that means that they can't lean into it. Cheers. Dipping into that layer. Might be able to clean that up. Okay, I do want to check something real quick. Okay, it is these little lights. Okay, I was like, is my lighting actually bad? And no, it's here, watch. Yeah, it just throws off the balance. It throws off the balance so much. Okay. I keep looking at the little OBS view. I'm just like, what is wrong with my lights? Yeah, I know it's these little lights on the microscope that's throwing everything off. Oh shit. Didn't realize this was happening. Didn't pull up too much. I can probably smooth that out. Ooh. I need to start on this corner actually. I feel like I'm starting to like dig a bit into the lower layer by accident. Moment of truth, did I fuck up earlier? Oh, no? Okay, cool. Okay, I was okay. Alright, alright. I was psyching myself out. I was actually doing fine. This is like my second most hated process of the proxy making process. The number one part I hate is the very end when I'm like cutting off the excess like the excess of the top layer, because the fuck up there is so easy to make and it just ruins so much time you put into it. Like this is like very tedious and it can suck and it's very like you can make mistakes and just ruin a proxy base, but like when you're at the end and you got those nerves in you of if I fuck this up, that is like 30 minutes of my life that I just like wasted. It's rough. But over time you get better. You start making less mistakes. Your dexterity improves. Yeah, like I'll probably never stream the final process. If anyone wants to see that, they can just go look at the recordings, because oh my god, the fucking stress of that is just rough. Got a bit of a line going. Probably fix that. Not bad. Still needs more cleanup, but overall, pretty good. Yeah. I don't see myself messing this one up anymore. It just needs to be shaved a bit, cleaned up. Say it's good. Good. Oh. Going for about 2.5 hours. I think we'll do one more. I think I need like 12 for the commission that's coming up. I say that's coming up. That it's in talks. Has not been like finalized. But they gave me like a vague idea of what they wanted. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different one. This one is actually... No, wait, no. Oh, could change to 8 of both? Okay. Okay, so potentially about 12, but it could go up to 20. Okay. 2. Maybe I do another delayering stream. Let's... this one. Alright, 20 minutes, that's not bad. Might do one more. I was kind of aiming for a 3-hour stream, but this one actually went really smooth. Just clean this up a little bit. Yeah, definitely nice. I wish they could all be like that. Every time that I do the delayering process, I'm like, should I increase my rate? Should I like increase how much I charge people? Like, I have increased it just because like I realized that the supplies were not equaling out to like I was basically breaking even like after all was said and done. So I did increase like my prices like a tiny bit, but like every time that I do a delayering, I'm just like, should really factor this into it. But then I go into like the later processes and I'm just like, man, I would feel bad. Like whenever I get into the later processes, I'm just like, you could just go to like makeplayingcards.com. Like the only thing that I do differently than a site like that is that like I use the actual like game card backs. I'm like relatively close to the same thickness. I mean like, yeah. But like overall, you're never using this in like a tournament. So like making a very basic proxy online, another option. Granted, with like makeplayingcards.com, you kind of have to like do a bulk order. So, eh. Pros and cons of both options. Yeah, that'll need to be cleaned up a bit more, but I'll just do that off stream, yeah. Alright. Oh wow, that is like a perfect focus. Holy shit. Lighting is good too, wow. Well, I'm gradually getting a feel for this thing. I guess that's another excuse for why I stream, is that I have excuses to like buy cool tech like this. Like in my day-to-day, I would never have bought this I guess digital microscope. Like, I would never have bought this, but I have an excuse. Man, you can really see the edges on that, yeah. What's funny is that this is even like the highest zoom or whatever, microscopic zoom that this thing can do. Like you use this on like, I think coins or circuit boards is what this lens is for. But there's two other lenses that like zoom in further. I guess if I ever wanted to do like a science-y thing, I guess I could bust this thing out. I don't know, I might use this just like for delayering in general, because I feel like I'm getting a little, I'm getting like cleaner pools on it. I don't know. I might. It's a bit to set up. Whereas like most of the time whenever I delayer cards, it's like, oh, I'm waiting for something to render, or I'm like, you know, I just have like a weird amount of free time where like I can't really do like anything too productive. So it's like, oh, I guess I could delayer a card for a few minutes. Because like if I stop, like if I'm like, yeah, if I have like 5 minutes, I can like start a delayering process or like finish a delayering process. I don't like have to go start to finish every time. I prefer going start to finish, but time is a fickle thing. Oh, this one's a lot rougher. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, well, let's get comfy. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for a different corner. Not making a lot of progress there. Shit. Damn it. Ah. This one's too thin. It felt way too smooth. As I was doing it, I was like, why is this going so well? Alright, what's this weigh in at? Yeah. Damn it. Ah. Shit. Okay, well, we had 3 successes. This goes in the maybe pile. Damn it. Oh well. Oh well. Live and learn. We are right at the 3-hour mark. Alright. Gunslinging Otaku, it's been wonderful having you to chat with. Anyone that lurked, thanks for tuning in for a bit. Anyone that watches the VOD and makes it to the end, congratulations. Next week, we'll probably be doing some more proper gaming. I do have something else that I need to do that is a little crafty. I don't know when I'll do it, but got some paracord, and I got a little key ring. I told my little sister that I would make something for her. It wasn't so much I told her, she asked me to make her something that she saw on like Pinterest or Etsy or something, and was like, hey, can you make this for me? Using this like black and white paracord. So I will be making her that. I don't know if I'll do it on stream. I'm kind of leaning towards doing it on stream just because I have a funny stream title in mind. Oh man. Or I might just do it off stream. It would probably be a super short stream, unless I fuck it up. I also have the idea of like making different paracord knots as an idea. But yeah. Next Friday will probably be actual gaming though. Alright, but we'll call it here. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.